All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Nani, an episode. We're discussing anime that we're currently watching right now. I'm your host, Knuckles, aka Laserman Video Games, and today we're going to be talking about Lazarus episode 2. And this episode intro, we have Leyland speaking in this one. First episode was Doug. Now I have Leyland speaking, pretty much saying that, him and his friends use it for like drugs, hop nut pretty much, use it in our drinks. Like I said, when there's a drug going on, yeah, those white kids, those rich white kids be using that shit right there. They be using that shit. But no, yeah, white kids be doing a lot of drugs right there. I mean, everybody does, but like especially the suburban kids. So suburban kids be using a lot of these drugs right there. Just saying. But yeah, interested in how he was, narrating, Hopna, which I guess explains. I guess I'm predicting that next episode is going to be Elena or Chris, or maybe we're going to get F Axel, explain, why they use Hopna right there. So I thought it was very interesting, right? So we're going to start this episode, with this, what the. My apologies, guys. I just acting up right there, so I don't want to be sneezing multiple times on the camera right there. So, excuse me, right? So, yeah, start episode. We have the crew right now. It was pretty interesting. So they all have a wristband. So these guys are all like have done something, to get themselves quote unquote, not arrested, but like chosen for this mission, right? What do you call this? Almost like a suicide squad. They're almost like criminals in a way. So they all done some bad stuff to get in this position, right? So like I said, the government recruited bad guys for this mission, right? So it was very interesting, right? So they pretty much say you have these wristbands. If you were to try taking them off or anything would happen to Hirsch right there, they will burn your hand off pretty much. And yeah, I guess uh have you'll be having a missing hand pretty much. I said you have to do what she tells you, or you pretty much technically die, right? And so I thought it was funny how it's like, okay, so what's to say we get Dr. Skinner, right? What's to say we charge him, a lots of money to make a vaccine? He's like, oh yeah, we can do that. That's a good idea. He's like, Doug's like, no, no, no. We're here to save the world. And and Chris is like, so you're basically superheroes. And Ash is like, yeah, like the Avengers. I'm like, oh wait, what? So y'all what's like what y'all know about the Avengers? Y'all got Marvel over there? So Marvel is only the anime universe right there, isn't that? Huh. So I guess Cowboy Bebop knows about Marvel heroes right there. So I thought that was very, very interesting, right? That was cool. That was very, very cool. And so Doug said, at first, well, not like I did not want you on the team because you Showboy right now can really, really hurt the team. So yeah. Oh, before that, um, as did said, okay, not to be nervous, don't be nervous, but in this room have used Hopna. And everybody used it, including him. And I'm a little surprised by that. I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm surprised they all. Well, then again, I mean, Layla, pretty much announced in the episode right there. But yeah, they all use Hop now. Now, at first, before the anime started, I didn't think they would all use Hop now, but pretty much they all did. So yeah, they all, they got to say themselves as well. So yeah, that was surprising right there. But yeah, um, they've learned more about Skinner. The fact that this guy Dr. Skinner is actually was part of Nobel Peace Prize. He's a heavy on the peace advocate right there. Said he loves humanity, right? But it's like he loves to help you, but it's like what made him want to actually destroy the world right there? You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I mean, I think him seeing so much in humanity right there, I feel as though he kind of lost hope of them because I feel as though he's always believed that, they can do good, but I feel as though when they've done more bad, it's like, you're like, you know what? I've lost hope in these guys right there. I'm gonna just destroy the whole entire world right there. I'm gonna be in humanity right there. So I feel as though Darth Vader's heart was in the right place at first, but now, like I said, how humanity's just been kind of, been dog shit, honestly. He's like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Y'all gotta die. But like I think there's more to it right there. There's more to it. So um Atlanta is able to, get information where he can possibly be, right? And so basically Chris and Axel, Leyland and Duck go out and there's like this it's like like what's it called a survivor shelter, right? That's the last place he's been at because he actually bought something from that survivor shelter, right? And this is where for me, this is where the episode gets really interesting because listen, like I said, all the five people have done something, right? And so at first, Chris is like, okay, what did you do to get locked up in here to be doing this, right? And Chris is like, well, I'm supposed to be in jail for 888 years. And Chris is like, oh, hell no. Hell no. Get the fuck out of my car right now. So, just relax, relax, relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to do more than just kill one or two people to get what 888 years. What did you did? Well, originally my sentence was for 1 to 3 years. But I got out so many times, they doubled my sentence, right? And he's like, yeah, I just have a bad habit of, breaking out of prisons. That's just it. I just love to. I just love to. But I still feel so. What did you do, Axel? Like, did you like? She said did he kill one or two people, but it's like I feel as though he's done something else though. Like I don't know. I want to know what he's done because it's like if you kill these many people, if you kill a few people, then what's to say you're not going to kill me? I mean, granted, he would have done it because that would kind of burn his risk off. But it's like still, like, what did you do, right? So we have Leyland and Doug. Leyland asks Doug, "What'd you do?" I'm just curious. And it's like Doug's like, just a minor misdemeanor right now," and um Leyland said, "Oh, just petty theft stuff." But it's all you're in the little league right there. Elena, however, she's a notorious hacker. She's in the big leagues right there. She's actually the wild card throughout this whole entire situation right there, right? So I feel so. Listen, I didn't know that all five of these people were like all did stuff. Yeah, Axel, yes, but I didn't know the rest of the four. All this stuff, right? Like I said, Doug, minor misdemeanor. Leyland petty theft, but I'm like, there's gotta be more than just a petty theft right there. I don't believe it. Chris, we don't know, but Chris kind of seems like she's a what's that word that person that always lies? I forgot. No, oh my god, what's that word when they always lie all the time right there? Oh my god, I forgot what that word is. It's another word for liar right there, but obviously somebody could have been wrong right there. Right? She's a liar. I'm only predicting, right? Or scam. She could be a scam artist. She could be a scam artist. Um, and Elena being a notorious hacker, right? But Axel, but Axel, I don't know. You did what did you really do? Like I can't believe what I honestly. I'm taking a grain of salt of what they all did because for all we know, these guys could be like real fucked up people, right? Like I said, Axel. Well, we don't know. We don't really know what he did. Yeah, he escaped, but it's like, what did he do in the first place, right? Elena's the big hacker. Leyland, petty theft, which then there's more to it. Doug, minor misdemeanor, and we don't know what Chris has done yet. She could be a scam artist. She could be, like I said. But it's just, how all five of these people, all have done something to be locked up, and now they're working for the government right there. So, like, I thought that was an interesting part of the episode right there. Like I said, not all is what it seems right there with these people right there. So it's like, can we really trust them? Can they trust each other? That's going to be the question throughout this whole entire series, to be honest with you. But as both parties get to the destination, right? Doug and Doug and Lana are apprehended, not apprehended, but are confronted by these others two guys saying that, oh, okay, we know what you're here for. What you here for? Like, we know what you're here for. You're here for our Doctor Mr. Sabaki right there. Whereas, Chris and Axel, they see a guy that could be Skinner, right? But then next we have these Mexicans, these Russians, charging in right there and firing their guns. And Chris is like, are you enjoying this? He's like, yeah, I am enjoying this. But Axel says, this here is my good luck charm right here. When I have this on, I feel invincible right there. Like, he really does. He's going in there like it kind of explains why he's able, to survive all these things, right? But I still feel as though Axel's more than him right there. There's gotta be something, right? Listen, each of these people have a past life. Like I said, I'm sure not every episode is gonna be, like I'm sure like we're not gonna get like a full detailed story in like one whole episode, but I feel as though we're probably gonna see a glimpse of everybody's past right there as to why they are, doing this stuff, right? So, like I said, I'm curious to know. I said I'm curious to know about these characters. Like they really have really got me interested in this. In this, they really have, right? So, yeah, I said it pretty much looks like an ambush or whatever, like that, right? But then FDA and the FBI show up as well. But turns out to be like this guy that's supposed to be Skinner with some Tsubaki guy that owes the guys money. Or the guy they came they're debt collectors pretty much. And he's like, "Oh guys, we're sorry about that, guys. We thought you guys were here for Tsubaki." He's like, "No, we're here for Dr. Skinner right there." Like, no, 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 no. And so wait, wait. Oh, cool. Wait. Did I say the wrong name this whole entire time? Um, damn, I forgot what the guy's name right there, or whatever. But pretty much, turns to be a dud. This actually was a client that Dr. Scare was actually protecting right there, because like I said, this doctor owed the guy's money right there. So yeah, it was a wild goose chase. But it pretty much says from Doug, it's like, yeah, this mission is gonna be a lot tougher than we thought right there, because yeah, trying to find this guy, it's gonna be tough. But at the end of the episode, Elena did find him, but it's thousands of Dr. Scanners right there, all with the same face and everything, right? But it's like I said, they could be using that facial. I don't know. It's just odd that all these different Skinners just show up right there. But like I said, Elena's a hacker. I'm see, if she were to fake it, she would have her pan burned off right there, right? So it's a lot of questions that have to be played into this anime right there. But I said, I've been enjoying this. I have really been enjoying this. The characters are cool. Like I said, they all did something. As I said before, actually, we don't really know. Like Chris thinks like he killed somebody, but we don't really. That hasn't really been confirmed. So correct me if I'm wrong. Chris, we don't know. We don't know what she's done, but she seems like a scam artist to me. But I could be wrong. Leyland, petty theft, which I don't know. There's gotta be more to it right there. Like I said, he wasn't even a fighter when he went out there. Like he doesn't know. Like he didn't have a gun. Like it seems like it's really like Axel, Chris, and don't know how to use guns. Yes, Elena is the hacker, but what is Leyland? You know what I'm saying? Like Leyland, what does he do? Because like I said, he went with Doug, but he didn't really do anything. Like I said, he doesn't have a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does Doug do? Like, why are you on? It's like you had to be some type of asset to be on the team right there. So it's like, what does he do? Like, I'm just a little bit confused right there. But I guess we'll find out as time goes on right there. But like I said, decent second episode. It's gonna get more crazy as time goes on right there. But like I said, enjoying this anime so far, and I just can't wait to see how it ends. I really can't wait. But as always, folks, just give this video a like, helps the channel a lot. Sub, you're part of Nux family. Be sure to comment, and be sure to follow me on my social media accounts in the description box below. And also remember, J. Cole said, everybody, there is no such thing as life better than yours. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.